Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Noon with Natalie. My name is Natalie Mayotte. I own Master Your Authentic Voice, and I'm also the creator of Teen Talk. And what does that do? That means that I'm a public speaking coach, and I help people with presentations of all kinds. But more importantly, today, I am so thrilled to have David Schipper from the Strategic Learning Center with me. Hi, David.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good. Thanks for being here today. So what you need to know about David, he is the director of the Strategic Learning Center. It was established in 1989, and the center has a range of programs which address the root causes of students' challenges in school and in life. I love that. For over 30 years, thousands of students have experienced enormous success as a result of the center's programs, and especially trained teachers. David, I know you have a lot to tell us today. So I guess the first thing that's on my mind is, why would parents choose Strategic Learning Center for their child? What is the root of it?
So first of all, Strategic Learning Center is unlike any other. We're not really a tutoring center. We're more of a learning clinic. Okay. We're a specialized center that addresses the root cause or causes of students' learning difficulties. Our process also really sets us apart. We always begin with a meeting with both parents to gather all of the background information. It's really important that both parents attend that first meeting. And yes, if the child is 13 and up, they attend with their parents that initial meeting. I'm gathering all of the background information. I want to know about their language development. I want to know, when did they say their first words? Do they still have difficulty understanding words and expressing themselves in words? I want to know about their motor development. Did they ever crawl? You'd be amazed at how many students come to the center. They never, ever crawled. It's critical for your development of your brain. And I want to know about their academic issues. Are they struggling in English and French and math and history and science and so on? I want to know, are they struggling cognitively? Are they struggling with attention or their memory, for example? I want to know, are there any sensory issues? Are they really irritated by the tag in the back of their shirt? Are they sensitive to loud sounds? How are they socially? How is their eating and sleeping and so on? So I gather all of that information, and then subsequently we schedule an assessment. We want to know, how is their reading? How is their writing? How is their language? How is their attention, their memory, their processing speed? And these two things really set us apart because we get to know the student before we start working with them.
Absolutely.
A lot of families will come in and they'll say, I'm looking for a tutor. I was on the phone with a couple of different parents earlier today, and they said, I'm looking for a tutor in math and French. By the end of the phone call, we realized, both of these parents realized, that they're not actually looking for a tutor at all. They've already tried tutoring, and tutoring didn't work. It's just a coincidence that both of these are grade 5 students. Tutoring has never worked for their student, and generally speaking, the younger the child, the less likely that tutoring is the first place to go.
So now you've assessed them, you've gone through all of that process. So what kind of programs does the center have, and what difficulties are they addressing? So you just talked about tutoring, but what are we addressing when it comes to, like, what are the big, your top 3 or 5 difficulties that you're addressing with the kids?
So we essentially have 2 types of programs. We offer what are called remedial programs. So this is distinct from tutoring. It's still one-on-one, but with a specially trained remedial teacher here at the center. And we're focused on, first, does the child know how to read? Can they decode words in their mother tongue, their language of mastery, whether that's English or French? And if not, then we will go back and teach them how to read. So we're filling in the missing bricks in the student's foundation, teaching them what they didn't properly learn in the previous grade or grades. It doesn't matter if someone's in grade 5, the school has long ago stopped teaching reading. Yet if the child hasn't fully mastered the act of decoding, then they need to learn how to read. It's critical before the end of high school. You have to be able to decode anything in your mother tongue language, and it's just not the case necessarily with thousands of students. In fact, 30% of students do not learn how to read by the end of grade 3. And they're always behind. That's just how it is. They just need that special phonemic approach to learn how to read, which is where we come in. We also have remedial programs in French, in math, and we determine exactly what the student's level is. and we have specialized programs that address how to learn to understand words. Someone who doesn't understand words might just be reading words on a page, but they can't make a mental image of what it is they're reading. So we have specialized programs for that, as well as writing and math. Now, another main type of program that we have is called neuroplasticity. So this is 21st century learning.
Okay.
If someone is coming in and they have difficulty with attention, working memory, processing speed, we have a program called interactive metronome, which uses movement to permanently rewire the neural pathways of the brain for these issues. And we have other such programs for language and auditory processing, as well as reading fluency, the rate and accuracy of reading.
Reading is by far, it's probably the thing that I know in our house that we are very proficient at, and I think we'll be okay. But I know it's just it's that life skill that you need to have. So I'm a mom. Obviously, Adele has a dad as well, but there are parents out there. What are they looking for? What are the signs they're looking for to watch out for the reading challenges? Like, are there like a couple, like top 2, top 3 that you can share?
First, if they cannot master the sounds that each individual letter makes. First of all, just the letters themselves in isolation. And then let's say a consonant vowel combination like ba, da, be, de. This is critical to learn how to read. Also rhyming. If they can't come up with words that rhyme with cat, bat, hat, that's another sign that they might struggle to learn how to read.
And what if so my question, I was volunteering in my daughter's class last week, and some of the kids said to me, "Why are you speaking to me in French?" And I said, well, and my daughter answered, because we're in a French school. It's an immersion program, obviously, but a lot of the kids were choosing not to speak, and I don't know if it's because they don't have those basic sounds or they're just stubborn.
Well, if someone is not good at something, they're going to be really reluctant to do it. So I'll give you an example.
That's true.
In my household, I have a 10-year-old daughter who has no learning issues whatsoever. We knew this at a very young age. And I have a 6-year-old son who has a great deal of difficulty learning how to read, mastering the sounds that letters make. So I'm also not just the director of a learning clinic, but the parent of a student who is going and has already started benefiting from the programs here. He's already started coming here, and he will continue to benefit from the remedial and brain rewiring programs that we have. And the school is saying, listen, there's not really very much that we can do necessarily in the classroom to help, but there are specialists that work outside of the classroom, and there are people, obviously centers like ours, that can help a great deal to learn how to read. But it's a challenge for a lot of these children. I hear also like homework time is hell. I hear that a lot from parents. It's just
I'm not there yet. It's pleasant so far. So you're kind of leading me to the next question. You know, as parents, everybody's doing their best, right? We're every day getting up and trying to do better. So what can we do as parents to ensure that, you know, our kids are successful in and out of school?
So I'm going to talk about a couple of things.
Your opinion. What's your opinion?
So I'm going to talk about a couple of things that are not necessarily obvious to talk about, but they're actually critical. Sleeping and eating.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's absolutely critical that your child sleep long enough so that he or she is waking up on their own in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a huge red flag for me if I hear, oh, my child's playing on a device until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and then I'm struggling to get them up at 6:30 in the morning. That's a huge red flag to me. Your child is not getting enough sleep and does not have enough energy to get through the school day the next day. Another big thing is nutrition, and I'm going to add exercise as well. Okay. Eating well is really, really important. I'm not saying that your child should never have a cookie or a bag of chips. I'm not saying that at all. No. Treats are really, really important. But it's amazing to me how few students I meet do not eat well. They say, well, he's a fussy eater, or she will only eat pasta and fried fish. Okay? Exercise is another thing. Supplement, if you don't already, supplement whatever gym time your child is getting during the school day, supplement with some exercise outside of the classroom.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
so
David,
critical.
you just threw me for a loop. I was not expecting any of that. Thank you. I have to say though that the food thing is big in our house because I am always telling her you need to eat certain things so your brain has the power, you know, to learn, and you have to eat these snacks during the day because it's going to help you, you know, continue learning. So, hey, one for me. Chick, chick.
For sure.
David, if somebody's watching today, and they want to reach you, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you or one of your staff at the Learning Center?
So the best way to get in touch is either by phone, 514-631-9745, or go onto our website. There's so much information on our programs and our process.
I'm going to add that in the bottom in the bio part. So.
And you'll just strategiclearning.ca, you'll be able to email us through there as well.
Perfect. Once again, today featured on Noon with Natalie was David Schipper from the Strategic Learning Center located in Pointe Claire, Hymas, and St. John's area. My name's Natalie. I'm Master Authentic Voice. I'm a speaking and presentation skills expert. And if you need help with your presentations of any kind, I'm the one you want to reach out to at www.nataliemayotte.com. Whatever you choose to do today, have a great day. David, thanks for being with me today.
Thank you so much.